Okay, Improvisation Center is back again with another little pet project. As you can see here, we have us a keypad lock. And this keypad lock, if you hadn't already noticed by the floor, is for the storage trailer. Yep, the storage trailer. And the reason we're changing it out is because that lock right there, the only key I have for it is just about ready to break. And as a result, I was going to change it out anyway. So that timetable got sped up a little bit. So we have us a hyper tough lock here from Walmart, of course, and simple keypad lock. Have to install it in here. Got to remove the old lock and install all this junk and program this thing and make sure this piece of shit works. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Kidding me. Okay, I managed to finally get the old lock out. One of the screws broke on the doggone thing because it was so old and rusted in. Then I had to sit here and force this tongue piece, or whatever the hell you call that thing, out because it too was stuck. Also had to use a sawzall, or a reciprocating saw, to cut the broken bolt off, or the strip bolt. Junk. All old junk. Glad I'm replacing it. So with that, now we can start looking at how we're going to get our new lock into that hole. So stand by. One thing to make note of, on our little tongue thing, you can actually adjust the length of it. There's two little notches right here. One's for 2 3/4 and one's for 2 3/8. It was on 2 3/8 and it was off center from our hole there, so I had to slide it over to the 2 3/4 setting in order to get everything to line up properly. I want to make sure of something. Here's our new tongue section here, or whatever you call that thing. I want to make sure that with it in the door, I can still shut the door like I'm supposed to. So I know I have proper spacing. That looks good. So, next move is going to be to put one of the lock bodies in there with that thing and see if everything lines up properly. That back in and slide that in there and boom, everything lines up. Go ahead and move that right there without breaking anything, and we can see keypad. So with that, I can start fastening all this shit. Go and give me a drill bit because I'm gonna have to drill a couple holes. So again, stand by. Okay, we got our little tongue piece mounted here. Had to use some longer screws versus what came with the thing. Got it secured. Turn this camera here. Go ahead and verify that this thing still shuts, which, hold on, there we go, it still shuts. One other thing I'm going to try is to see if this little tongue thing turns. Okay. Might need to ream out that little hole a bit so this thing more smoothly moves. It engages sorta, but probably not good enough for this thing to operate like it's supposed to. We can't have no resistance whatsoever. Otherwise this thing will bind and possibly burn itself out. So I'm going to do a little more exploration on this door frame and this door. Straighten out a couple things. And I will get back to you in a minute. Stand by. Okay. Had to ream out the hole here. Show you a little bit of this fuckery I had to do. Had to open this hole up going further in here because the tongue actually extends all the way in here. But we got it enough so that when we operate the lock mechanism, it moves all the way in. All the way in, the thing turns all the way over, engaged fully, won't open. Have to unlock it. So now with our tongue thing in, we can go ahead and mount the rest of our shit. On our keypad piece here, there's actually the wire harness that needs to be fed through underneath the tongue thing. Go ahead and get everything situated. Okay, our keypad here mounted. Next, come back to the other side. Got the keypad in. Now, our little inside piece here that has the manual knob, as well as our battery clip, all that good shit, electronics, solenoid, all that stuff. This will be going on here. But first, got to mount this plate on here. The wire harness right here coming through the door here will plug up here, but it'll be going through here first. And once we get this all lined up right here and secure all this to the outside lock, I can then secure this to this. So we're going to get that on first. Actually, one more thing. Got one more screw to put in. I don't know how well this screw is going to go in because this door is actually kind of a shitty wood. Straighten that out. I like that nice and straight. But we're going to go ahead and try, see what happens. Get the impact driver. Of course. Get this out of the way. Piece of shit. More or less in there. Probably not holding on to shit, but it's in there. Okay. Now we can put our battery clip side in. At the same time, go ahead and plug our wire harness up. Also, make sure you line up your thing so you can get all this shit in place. Try to be careful with the wiring so you don't end up pinching anything. Got that in there. Now go ahead, put our screws in. Got our two screws up here. Secure that. We got one more on the bottom. And that's pretty much it right now for the body part. Go ahead and put our batteries in there. You can also see that all works. Go ahead and put our batteries in there and then go through the programming procedure. One little thing just to satisfy my OCD here. But lock is in. Next phase. Okay, we got our lock put in all around. Had to play around with it a little bit to get it to work, because with this shitty door, it bound up in spots, and I had to do a little surgery. Even on the door frame, had to do a little surgery to get it to where it'll work right. But the other thing I had to do was first delete user codes in here. I'm not going to actually demonstrate it because I'm not going to give away the code that I programmed into it. But first thing I had to do was delete user codes, which is just the process of entering an admin code and hitting the unlock button, hitting the number 3 it says on here, unlock, re-enter admin, hit unlock, and then it confirms the codes are deleted if there's any old codes in there. Then got creating a new admin code, which same thing, enter the old default admin code, unlock, hit 4 to program a new admin code and enter it and all that shit. And then adding a user code, which involves setting it up with first entering the admin code and then setting up a number like 01, 02, all the way up to 50, because it'll take 50 different codes, and then entering a 4 to 8 digit user code twice to confirm it in order to have it all set up. So thing I will do is quick demo. Go ahead and shut our door, which shuts pretty smooth, and when I hit the button, keypad lights up to let you know it's ready. I hit the lock button, the tongue goes in there, it flashes on the lock side, bam, ready to go. Then I'm going to hit my code thing. When I hit a button, the keypad will light up, and then I programmed the 4-digit code. When I hit the keypad and it lights up, I enter the 4-digit code, hit the unlock button, and then bam, ready to rock and roll. We are in. You can lock this thing down. If you were in a house, you could lock it from the inside, but that's pretty much a moot point on a storage trailer. But this puppy is ready to rock and roll. So lock, and we're locked in, or out. Can't get out, can't get in there. So yep, our lock is done. I'm tired, and this otherwise short project, which took a while, is finally done. But we're upgrading further into the 21st century with keypad locks, and eventually we'll do a smart lock on the house. Hell, probably do one on here too when I get tired of this thing. But till next time, we will get back with some more projects in the future. I have another one to do on this trailer, and you'll get to see that soon enough. So if you hadn't already, hit that like and subscribe button, notifications, all the good stuff, and you'll be catching more of our little projects around here on the homestead. So till the next time, I will catch you later again.